Today's NIHL Game of the Week doubleheader here on Stream Sports Midwest has us at the Fox Valley Ice Arena, home of the Chicago Steel, for a pair of 14U and 12U hockey games. We got a 14U matchup here to get us started. Good morning, everybody, and welcome. I'm Aaron Schellen. My partner is Eric Willowite. And game one of this doubleheader sees the Leafs and the Cyclones in a Bantam 14U matchup. So these two teams have played once before, and the Cyclones come into this game 9-0-1 in their 10 games on the season, while the Leafs sit in third place at 6-3-3. That only blemish on the Cyclones' schedule this year, that one tie, came against the Leafs back on January 4th up at West Dundee. So Cyclones looking to extract a little bit of revenge, I guess. The one thing standing between them and a perfect season so far is this Leafs squad. So Cyclones sitting on top this Bantam Silver Tier 2 division with a 9-0-1 mark. The Elmhurst Chiefs in second at 8-4, followed by the Leafs at 6-3-3, and then the Rockford Roadrunners in fourth at 7-5. So Cyclones looking to stay atop the division, while the Leafs look to jump ahead of the Elmhurst Leafs for second place. The Northern Illinois Hockey League is the largest youth hockey league in Illinois and one of the largest in the country. It is made up of over 50 travel hockey organizations. Almost all the clubs are from Illinois, with a few from Indiana, Iowa, Missouri, Michigan, and Wisconsin. This is the 55th season of play in the Northern Illinois Hockey League. The NIHL member organizations field Tier 2 travel teams that compete in the squirt, peewee, bantam, and midget age groups defined by USA Hockey. The league also offers all girls hockey divisions each season. NIHL partners with the Chicago Blackhawks to hold the league's NIHL Blackhawks tournament at the conclusion of the season. For more information about NIHL and its programs, please contact Bob Apter, the NIHL president, or visit the website at nihil.info. And Eric, we come to Fox Valley Ice Arena once a year on average or so, but it's always a fun place to call a game. We're high above rinkside, and it's just a fun environment. You get the good camera angle, good shot, and it should be a fun day.
Yeah, everything we get at this rink, like you mentioned, the good camera angle, the good shot, no obstruction with fans. You know, most of the rinks are tightly packed in, and, you know, you're going to have some of those issues. But then we also commented about the lighting here.
Yeah.
Is just top notch. So definitely one of the better venues for a live stream.
Yeah, you get the benefits of a pro arena, right? You get the benefits of a pro arena. And starting goalies for the Cyclones down to our left, it looks like John Dugo, number 83. And then down to our right, I believe that is number 95, Tyler Novelli. These old eyes starting to go a little bit, but I believe that's Tyler Novelli down to our right. We are underway, 13-minute periods, 14U, Bantam Silver, Leafs and Cyclones. Leafs keep it in right at the blue line, but it's skated out and thrown out. And is that going to be an icing, an early icing? It's not. It's waved off. Played behind the net. The Leafs have it here, pushed up the near boards. Kept in at the point by Owen Bradley. Bradley will get another opportunity at it, but the Leafs will skate out with it. Top of the near dot, little drag shot by Stefan Kluch, and the save is made by Dugo. Nice job there by Kluch to drag himself to his left, shoot through a screen, and the save was made.
Yeah, Bradley was really aggressive on that second keep-in attempt there. The danger with that, though, is if you miss it, then they're off to the races, and that's exactly what happened there.
These two teams played, as I mentioned, to a 2-2 tie a couple of weeks ago. This is a Cyclones team that's only allowed 16 goals in 10 games. They've scored 51, so had a lot of success this season, and they play at home today. Kept in, far dot, walking in with it is Roser. He takes the shot. It's into the pads of Dugo. Dugo covers up, so Nolan Roser off the far half wall. No white jerseys around him. Skated right in towards goal. Got a nice clean shot on net, but another save.
Yeah, that was a couple nice opportunities here for the Leafs to get the early lead. They haven't been able to cash in just yet with Dugo minding the net, but it's a good start for the Leafs.
Draw to the right of Dugo. It's one into the corner. Leafs have it there. Caden Lambert loses the puck, but it's kept in at the point. Lambert will throw it cross corner, played by Matthew Davis. Davis loses it On it now, Dylan Feinberg for the Cyclones. He goes up the far wall with it. It's kept in at the point by the Leafs, and now the Cyclones will skate out to center ice with it. Jack Mulcahy shovels it forward, looking for Owen Goddard. They don't connect. Puck sits up on the dasher for a minute, and the Leafs try to work it out. They can't. That shot wide by Eaton Greaves. Here's a shot in on Novelli. That puck rolled up his left pad, and Tyler had to scramble to cover up.
On that 3-on-2 with the Cyclones coming into the zone. Nice job there by Hunter Lukoski with that long reach to deflect the pass attempt over to the far side. Kind of stymied that rush.
Draw to the left here of Novelli. This is Gregory Cresta on the draw for the Cyclones. It's won by the Leafs, though. Nice move to gain some space out into center ice is Ryder Waters. Waters takes it wide on the backhand, shovels it behind the net where Jacob Johnson has it. Johnson back to the point to Prokopovich. He takes the shot. It's deflected down. Potential breakout for Cresta. Here comes Gregory Cresta in all alone. Cresta on the forehand. Shot, and the save is made by Novelli. And that was some good back check work by the Leafs as well to make that as difficult as possible on Cresta. Couldn't really do much with the puck other than go to his forehand and fire the wrist shot.
Yeah, no, they've been a couple sequences there where they've been doing good defensively, although now you're starting to see the Cyclones open things up.
That's not a surprise. It's still early, you know. I got a 12-year-old, and I can't get him out of bed at, any earlier than 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning at the earliest on the weekends. So these kids out there already, so they were probably up pretty early today, so it takes a little while to get those legs underneath you. Nice outlet there by the Cyclones. They break it in 2-on-1. Fallon and Greaves. This is Fallon. Backhand, forehand. Tucks it 5-hole. Jahari Fallon. Pretty move in a phone booth and gives the Cyclones a 1-0 lead.
So that's the third consecutive rush for the Cyclones, and that time they did not miss their opportunity. Great work. 2-on-1 down there, and the goal for the Cyclones.
Yeah, that was Jahari Fallon had Caleb Greaves with him, and didn't really make any moves with the puck until he was almost on top of Tyler Novelli, and then went backhand, forehand, and tucked it 5-hole to give his team a 1-0 lead. The Leafs, first couple shifts of this game, controlled by the black and blue. Last couple shifts controlled by the Cyclones. They'll push it up the far side. It's chipped out by Isaac Allen. Race for the puck. First one on it will be the Leafs. It's Jaden Rizzo able to work it out to center ice, and that will be an offsides. 10:04. Go ahead, Eric.
I was just going to say, good pace to this game.
It is. It really is.
Yeah. I mean, both teams going up and down. There hadn't been a whole lot of whistles.
You tend to see a lot of, we'll get to that in a second, the Cyclones almost walk forward with it. Isaac Allen, he falls down. In a lot of these early morning games, I was joking about it, but a lot of these early morning games, you see those kind of tired legs right out of the chute. A lot of play in center ice, and nobody really activating their offenses, but not so far here today. These two teams have come out ready to play today.
Yeah.
And the Cyclones have sort of tilted the ice here over the last couple of minutes as Novelli was forced to make another save right there. And now the Cyclones will have an offensive zone draw. This will be Owen Goddard. Won by the Leafs, pushed up the near wall. Thrown over into the corner by Eaton Greaves. Casimir Quinn from his knees back to the point. The shot from the point goes wide by Feinberg. Samuel Cron keeps it in at the near point. Cyclones continue to push. Stick handling along the wall. Cron loses it. Matthew Davis now out to center ice with it. 2-on-2. Cleared into the corner by Roser. Davis behind the net. Loses it. And the Cyclones now on the potential counterattack. This is Goddard up through center ice. Loses it, but it's cleared in anyway by the Cyclones. Leafs to play it behind their net. Quick pass attempt out from behind the net. Giveaway. Shot in the crease. A couple of whacks at it. That initial shot taken by Casimir Quinn. And then Greaves right in the blue paint. Took a couple hacks at it. But Novelli was able to smother. Dangerous pass from behind the net. Tried to, I think, catch the Cyclones a little off guard with that pass up the middle. But you got to be sure
Yeah.
that you can complete that pass when you're going up between the face-off dots like that.
Yeah, between the face-off dots, throwing it up the middle or side to side, rolling through between the dots.
Looking for Mulcahy on the back door. Good defense by the Leafs to keep him from tucking it home. Cyclones take it back, though. There's another shot. That one wide this time by Fallon. Fallon, the goal scorer, looking for number 2. Near half wall. Leafs have it, and they throw it up off the glass and out. Breakout here. Leafs will be the first one on it. This is Cresta. Cresta doesn't have any help, though, and he's fought off the puck there. The Leafs will possess.
Bradley did a good job getting back. He pinched in and did not get the puck. His man got out, but he was able to back check that time and negate the offensive opportunity.
Cyclones throw it around the far wall. Kept in at the point by Likoski. This is cleared out, but it's going to come all the way down on Novelli, so no icing. Played into the corner, Jaden Rizzo down there. Rizzo cuts to his backhand, and the Leafs not able to work it out. Cyclones keep it in at the point. That should be offsides, yep. Palms to the air.
What are you
like,
doing?
What are you doing, man?
I love it.
Face off in the neutral zone with 7:40 left to go in the first. Cyclones with a 1-0 lead. Draws one here by the Leafs. Cyclones, however, are able to backhand it in. Another dangerous outlet pass that's stolen by the Cyclones. Isaac Allen tries the between the legs pass. That's banged out, deflected, so no icing is the call.
The officials in the stands did not agree with that.
No, they did not. I could hear them from up here. And his cross-ice D-to-D pass. Nolan Tripto will clear it in deep. Up to Allen for the Cyclones. Allen gets shoved there by Prokopovich. And now Feinberg with it for the Cyclones. Feinberg with some space, tries to cut across the defense, gets cut off. Leafs give it away at the point. Puck sitting at the top of the near dot, skated by Vishal Patel. Patel able to backhand it up and out, and I think that's going to be an icing on the Leafs. It will be. We'll have a face-off coming down to our right. Now, it took the Cyclones about 2 or 3 minutes of gameplay, Eric, to kind of get their legs underneath them, as the Leafs had a couple of good opportunities on those first couple shifts, but really since about the 11-minute mark, I guess, of this first period, it's been all Cyclones.
Yeah, as you mentioned, tilted to our right here for the majority of this first period.
Likoski throws it around the near boards. Stefan Kluch not able to play it. It's taken there by Quinn behind the net. Casimir Quinn tries to center it, nobody home. Out to center ice. Good stick handle there by Schneeweiss. Schneeweiss clears it in, but the Leafs will take it right back. A little self-pass by Kluch. Kluch goes down, and Cyclones hammer it out to center ice. Likoski loses it. This is Quinn taking it wide. Quinn below the red line now. It's pinned up against the boards by Rizzo. Comes right back the other way, though. Takes another hit by Rizzo.
He's not messing around.
No, Bradley throws it in on goal, swept away by Novelli, and the Leafs out the other side. Pass behind the intended target, looking for Kluch there again on the breakout. The Leafs have it now. Good stick work by Rizzo. Rizzo into the offensive zone now. Rizzo walking in on the forehand. Rizzo shot, and the save is made by John Dugo. So that shift was all about number 20 in black, Jaden Rizzo, throwing the body around in the defensive zone. And then an end-to-end rush, got a clean shot in on Dugo, but he was stoned there. So good shift from Jaden.
Yeah, maybe that'll pick up some momentum for the Leafs coming off of that Rizzo shift. We're going to call that the Rizzo shift.
The Rizzo shift.
Yeah.
Cyclones win the draw, and they lose it, though. Centering feed through the paint, and out with it here is Fallon. Fallon, the only goal scorer with a bunch of speed through center ice. He'll take it wide. They're going to say his line mate, Eaton Greaves, was offsides.
I noticed the more NIHL games I do, I'm starting to sound like Ron Santo in the Cubs radio booth, just making a bunch of noises. Ooh, oh, oh. I'll have to work on some of that. That's not what I'm going for, but sometimes these things happen.
Yeah. A nice outlet pass here to Matthew Davis. Davis tries the feed. The backhand in, the shot, the save off the stick of Rozier. That comes into the corner, so nice feed there from Davis to Rozier, but another save made by Dugo. Backhanded around by Prokopovich. In the corner, a pair of 39s. Greaves and Tripto battle for the puck. Jahari Fallon comes over. Kicked out, Leafs possess. Pass a little behind Matthew Davis. He flips it over by the Cyclones bench. It's cleared to the Leafs blue line. We're going to get a hit from behind there on, I think that's going to go on Matthew Davis. Yep, that's exactly what the signal is, a hit from behind. Checking's allowed at the 14U level, just not from behind.
Yeah.
That'll be a hit from behind on Matthew Davis. He'll go to the box, and the Cyclones will have a man advantage for 2 minutes.
Yeah, he did the palms up, as most players do.
Yeah, if you can see the number, don't. If you can see the name on the back of the jersey, don't hit the guy. That's the general rule at this level.
All right, so they've added another player in the box here. I'm not sure what's going on there. Maybe there was a major called.
Might be a misconduct, a 2 and 10.
Yeah,
the hit from behind.
2 and 10. So at 4:20 of the first period.
There's a shot in, the save made by Novelli. Well, we'll see what happens at the end of the two. If that other player comes out of the box, then we know that Davis has got the misconduct as well. But puck sits behind the net. Allen with it. Allen on the forehand, tries to tuck. He does. He scores. Wow. Isaac Allen took that puck, had some space, and didn't really tuck it. He came out on that far side and just threw it 5-hole. A quick power play goal, and the Cyclones are up 2-0.
And Kopenny is coming out of the box. Kopenny was the one who went to the box to serve the Miners. So, again, yeah, it looks like that's a 10-minute major for Davis.
10-minute misconduct, and now a 2-0 lead for the Cyclones.
Yeah, misconduct, my apologies.
Quick power play goal for the Cyclones. That is cleared in. Schneeweiss takes his time, shovels it up, kept in at the point. The hard wrist shot from the point, it's batted down, and the Cyclones out to center ice with 3:45 left in the period. Mulcahy across the blue line. He takes it wide, down low, shovels it through the paint, but nobody there but black jerseys. Leafs now skate it with some speed out to the neutral zone. Good stick work there by Schneeweiss to tip the puck away. And it's thrown around by Janicek. Janicek pushes it to the near point where Prokopovich keeps it in behind the net. Now the Cyclones try to dig it out. Prokopovich keeps it in at that near point a second time and a third time. But the fourth time, the Cyclones are able to clear the zone, and now it's cleared right back in, but that'll be an icing. 3 minutes and 2 seconds now left to go in period 1. Cyclones with a 2-0 lead.
One thing I'm finding, Aaron, drawing a corollary with volleyball, the first pass when you gain possession is the most key pass, right? And if that goes awry, that's where turnovers happen. That's where you lose your ability to get an offensive rush or clear the zone.
Right. Yep. That first pass out of your zone is critical, as that is swept through the paint on the backhand by Goddard. Into the corner, Likoski. Back to the point, kept in by Feinberg. He puts it towards the goal. It's shuffled away with the right pad of Tyler Novelli. The Leafs try to get it out, and they can. They do work it out to center ice, but they give it right back. That's a long home run pass looking for Patel that doesn't connect, except Patel does keep it in at the point. It's deflected, though, by Cron, and will go wide of the net. Sticked away there by Dugo, now behind the net, over into the near corner. Leafs have it. Patel loses the puck, and Feinberg skates it out to center ice. where Lukoski has it. Feinberg takes it back, shoots it wide of the far post. Kept in at the point by Schneeweiss. The Leafs stick handle it to center ice. Schneeweiss, that long reach. Patel near point. It's pinned up against the boards by Goddard, taken away by the Cyclones. Garafola tries to clear it, gets knocked down. Goddard on the next attempt, able to work it out to center ice. Leafs keep it in at the far point. Cleared in deep. Bad angle shot right onto the stick of a teammate and shoveled over to the far dot. Bad angle shot almost led to something for the Leafs, but Cyclones able to stay out of trouble. The Leafs clear it back in as we're down to 1:10.
I think it was Jacob Johnson.
A bad angle shot by DeFranca. Save made by Dugo. There's another attempt. That was off the crossbar and out. That was Patel with a couple of shots. Patel finally able to bang it home. Vishal Patel with about 4 opportunities on that shift, Eric, and he finally gets one to go after hitting the crossbar, and the Leafs get on the board here in the final minute.
It's been some good pressure here by the Leafs over the last, after they scored that second goal on the power play, the Leafs kind of amped things up. Yeah, I was going to mention Jacob Johnson got that rebound off that like bad angle shot from the goal line, but he was on his backhand. He just couldn't corral it quick enough. But then Patel able to cash in.
I want to correct that 65, not 85. That Stefan Kluch. He had his jersey tucked. So
Kluch with the goal?
The 6 looked like an 8. That was Kluch who scored the goal. Hit the crossbar and ended up picking up the goal. So Stefan Kluch, 65, not 85.
Or as you wanted to call him, I agreed with, Clutch.
Clutch, yeah. I mean, I hope it's pronounced Clutch. We don't have a phonetic pronunciation of his name, but feels like Kluch is the right way to pronounce it, but it would be better if it was Clutch. That's just my take on it.
Right.
That's offsides, but good shift there by Stefan either way, as he had really, I would say, 3 or 4 opportunities before he finally was able to get it to go, and that was huge for the Leafs, Eric, given that the Cyclones had really controlled the pace of play for most of this first period, with the exception of maybe 3 or 4 shifts, and then the Leafs get a goal there in the final minute. Draw in the neutral zone. He got 4 seconds left. It's swept away from Jacob Johnson, and that'll be it for period number 1. Cyclones scored the first 2. Leafs scored with under a minute left. We'll go to the second with it 2-1. The Chicago Blackhawks are proud to sponsor the Northern Illinois Hockey League. Hawks fans, be sure to catch these upcoming games. So, Eric, I got a question for you. So the Oilers, Connor McDavid coming to Chicago on Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Can you name the 3 stations that the game will be on?
CHSN.
No.
Oh, really?
Yes.
TNT.
Yes.
ESPN Plus.
No.
Well,
I'll give you one more chance.
Pass.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Max and True TV. So,
really?
TNT, True TV, and Max to watch Connor McDavid and Connor Bedard face off against each other Wednesday night at 8:30 p.m. And then Friday, the Nashville Predators come to town. That will be on CHSN. Don't miss the Chicago Blackhawks in action. The Chicago Blackhawks want to let you know that registration is now open for the Chicago Blackhawks 2025 Youth Summer Camps. Camps are being held for boys and girls ages 6 through 13, June 9 through 13th, and July 28th through August 1st at the Blackhawks practice facility, Fifth Third Arena in Chicago. Also at Fifth Third, we are proud to present our all-girls camp, Big Strides, designed for ages 12 through 18, the week of June 23rd through 27th. All camps are full day. Players will participate in 2 on-ice practices and 2 hours of off-ice activities. Full equipment and basic comprehension of skating is required. For more information and to register, please visit NHL.com/Blackhawks/amateur/hockey-camp. So I wouldn't be able to go because I don't have a basic comprehension of skating. At least I don't anymore. I grew up in New Hampshire. I skated all the time as a kid on the rivers near my house, but I think I'd probably break an ankle if I tried it these days.
Well, so I think you comprehend skating.
You got a breakout. Ooh,
wow.
Allen found Janasek, and Janasek was winding up for the bomb, but was whistled down as offsides, and tough call there for the Cyclones. Go ahead, Eric. Basic comprehension, breaking my ankle. What were you saying?
Yeah, I was going to say you comprehend skating.
I just can't
do it.
Yes.
Right, yeah.
I understand how one would skate.
Yes.
Like the concept of skating, I understand.
Yes.
Yeah. When I was in college, I used to play broom ball.
Really?
And broom ball, you play on the ice, and you play with a big ball and brooms, but no skates. Like you run around on shoes and stuff. So I didn't even skate when I was on the ice. Well, it's 2-1. Cyclones with the lead here. Feinberg stick handles through traffic. Backhands it through. Onto the stick of Fallon. His shot goes wide. Fallon behind the net on the forehand out in front. There's a shot by Janasek, and it finds its way through.
Well, there he goes.
So he gets the goal after all. He was about to break in all by himself, but he gets a shot in between the dots that broke through the pads of Tyler Novelli, and the Cyclones regain that 2-goal lead. It's 3-1.
Yeah, that didn't take them long. And then Allen just kind of using that big body and reach to keep defenders off him, able to set that up all along from the far board.
He fed the puck down low to Jahari Fallon, who scored the first goal. Fallon found Janasek alone in between the dots, and it was a hard wrist shot by Xavier. And again, you could hear it hit the pad of Novelli up here, and then it ended up in the back of the net either way. Greaves with a shot off the pad of Novelli. You could hear it again. Puck fought for right at that far post, kept in by Owen Bradley at the far point. He'll take the slapper off the right pad, rebound kicked out by Novelli. And the Leafs now skate out to center ice. Self pass here by Waters. Waters chips it towards the net, the bouncing puck, and Dugo covers up. Not a bad idea by Ryder Waters there. A bad angle. He was skating to his right, just sort of flipped it up in the air, and it bounced.
Yeah, he had a player coming in along the left side of goaltender Dugo, but the flip just went into the breadbasket of Dugo, and he covered up, as you mentioned.
Yeah, you're hoping that bouncing puck forces him to allow a rebound, and you've got somebody there on the back end, but Dugo did a nice job to cover up. Kept in at the point. Over to the near side, here's Patel. Patel winds up with the wrist shot, takes the shot right on the doorstep where the Leafs, but Dugo does a nice job covering up for a whistle and a face-off, as that was Rustin Angarola right on the doorstep.
Yeah, and I think Angarola and Patel were talking about that, because Patel had all kinds of space, but the closer he got, Angarola was right there.
You feed it in on the back door for the tap home, but not a bad idea by Patel. He shot that towards the right pad of Dugo, trying for the rebound, but the save was made. Here come the Cyclones the other way. There's a shot by Garafola, and Novelli makes the easy save there.
It's starting to feel like that start of the first period where both teams going up and down the ice.
Yep, offensive opportunities for both sides. Draw will come to the left here of Tyler Novelli. Cyclones win it. Quinn pushes it through the paint wide. Kept in at the point by Feinberg. Backhands it across for Garafola. Aiden bumps the defender there to play the puck, but he'll lose it, and the Leafs will take over possession. Punched out to center ice. Dylan Feinberg slams it around the far side. Garafola chips it into the neutral zone. Now down here in front of us, Casimir Quinn tries to play the puck for the Cyclones and can't. Leafs, Grayson Schubert gains the red line. He'll dump and change. That puck squirts out right in front of Dugo. Leafs have it down low. It's taken away there by Gregory Cresta. Cresta up to the blue line and skated onto by the Cyclones. Garafola tries a little elevated backhanded pass looking for Quinn. I think we're going to have a penalty called on the Leafs.
Yeah.
Going to be a roughing call here on the Leafs. After the pass was made, a Cyclones player was knocked down, and it looks like that's going to be Jaden Rizzo. No, it's not going to be Jaden Rizzo, excuse me. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Hunter Lukoski with some contact after the pass was away,
Yeah.
and the official from behind saw it and threw the arm up right away. So another power play here for the Cyclones. They scored about 15 seconds into their first one. Draw is won by the Cyclones. Allen kicks it to his stick, centers it, and it ends up back at the point. Bradley throws it into the corner. Greaves behind the net. Janasek back to the point. Schneeweiss goes D to D. Kept in at the far point by Bradley, and now the Leafs will skate onto it. Gaining the red line, and dumping are the Leafs. Nolan Roser has the puck down low. He gets knocked down for his trouble. Now the Cyclones. This is where you got to be careful if you're the Leafs. You get an offensive zone opportunity, give the puck away, and nicely done there by Nolan Tripto to stand up Eaton Greaves right at the blue line. Pass back to the point. Feinberg the shot from in between the dots, deflects into the corner. Two skaters to a side. Feinberg over by the far wall, throws it towards the goal, and that's sticked away by Novelli. Big hit in the corner. Schneeweiss has it knocked down as he tries to clear it in deep from the point. Cyclones lose the puck in their skates, but they're able to work it back in. Greaves shoots it into a body, gets another attempt at it, shovels it towards the goal. Not much on it, but again, a dangerous opportunity for the Cyclones. Leafs work it out. Here's a 2-on-1. Roser on the right. Roser tries the pass through to Kluch, and it's good defense by Dylan Feinberg to break up that 2-on-1.
Good job, though, by Roser picking his head up as you're going in on that, trying to see what you have, and that's when he found out he had a 2-on-1. He held it to the last minute and then was able to get the pass over. Is deflected on net, but a good try and a good shorthanded opportunity there for the Leafs.
So they have an offensive zone draw with 24 seconds left on the power play. Rustin Angarola on the draw. It's won by the Leafs. Jacob Johnson just takes it into the corner, gets pinned there by Dylan Feinberg. Feinberg throws it out to center ice. Greaves got her now for the Cyclones across the blue line. Got her, stick handles through traffic, shoots it wide though. And now Johnson chips it forward. A couple of Cyclones players collide at the blue line, but they're able to keep it in. And now the Leafs will skate onto it, and that'll do it for the power play. So they got 5 out there again. Nice kill that time by the Leafs. Puck is stolen. That'll be an offsides. 7:45 left in the middle frame. 3-1 Cyclones with the lead.
Yeah, I want to correct myself on that last goal by the Cyclones. It was actually Dylan Feinberg who was doing the work along that far board there and using his body and his reach to get that pass over to the goal mouth area that subsequently led to the goal by Janasek. But, yeah, I just...
Credit where credit's due.
Yeah.
The centering feed by the Leafs.
Especially since they'll go back and watch the replay.
And then,
What's that guy talking about?
We're old. We're old. Our eyes are going. Here's a breakout for Caleb Greaves. Greaves walks in. Greaves, bad angle, takes the shot, throws it off the stick, off the skates of Tyler Novelli. Heady play by Greaves as that Caleb Greaves, that first opportunity gets stoned. The rebound comes right back to him below the red line. He throws it off the back of Tyler Novelli. Novelli not able to cover up. It deflects in, and the Cyclones are up 4-1.
Yeah, that's unfortunate there for Novelli. And you can see he was frustrated after that one was backed in off his skates. But you're right, a heady play.
Yeah, Caleb Greaves knew exactly what he wanted to do with the puck, and that's not a bad idea. You know, you got the goalie out of position, you throw it off their back and just hope for that deflection. Hey, you know what? In the scorebook, it looks like a snipe, right?
They all count.
They all count the same. They don't ask how, they ask how many.
That's right.
As the Cyclones try to jam it home at that near post, but Novelli keeps that one out. That was Jack Mulcahy with the stick handle.
Looks like Davis got pardoned 9 seconds early. 6:40 would have been the time, but new administration. He's out early, so
Time out early for good behavior.
good behavior. Yeah.
Bradley tries to take the shot, deflected into the corner. Garafola centers it, comes out the other side. The Leafs will take it there. Cresta with the hard slap shot wide. Leafs behind their nets. This is Kluch out to center ice. Cresta gets bumped into. Mulcahy will play the puck back to Schneeweiss. Schneeweiss in his own zone. Up through the middle, and it deflects back to Cresta. Cresta top of the near dot, fires the wrist shot. And the glove save made by Tyler Novelli. 4-1 Cyclones with the lead. These two teams played to a 2-2 tie about a month ago. I just assumed it was still January. I was going to say a couple of weeks ago, and then I realized that
it's February.
It's finally February, yes. A draw here to the right of Tyler Novelli.
Davis' first shift back on the ice for the Leafs after the major.
He should have some energy.
Yes.
And he'll race for the puck here. Casimir Quinn gets pinned up against the boards right in front of his bench. The Leafs work it as far as the red line, but then it's taken right back by the Cyclones. Isaac Allen fires it in the near corner. Kept in at the point. Leafs try to work it out along the wall. They can't. Feinberg throws it over to space. Jaden Rizzo underneath the stick of Davis, but it finds Roser. Roser drops it. Here's a shot from the point. Hard slap shot from the point by Caden Lambert goes wide. Now a chance the other way for the Cyclones. Mulcahy. Is that Janicek? That's Janicek, excuse me. Nice move there by Rizzo. Rizzo into the offensive zone with the puck. He'll take it into the middle now on the backhand, cuts it wide. Rizzo tries to flip it towards the goal, and holding that far post is John Dugo. We've seen Jaden Rizzo do that a couple of times here this morning, Eric. Those end-to-end rushes. This time, they'll cut it back into the middle, and actually had some help behind him on the back door if he had had his head up.
Yeah, he had Davis to his right. But as you mentioned, though, Rizzo did a good job of getting that puck on net and almost squeaked through past Dugo, but he was able to cover up.
Cyclones clear it to the point. Leafs able to clear it back in. Centering feed. There's a shot right up off the stick of Dugo, off the stick of Ryder Waters. Best opportunity in a while for the Leafs. Here's Fallon over skating it, then gets knocked down. We're going to get hit from behind again. This one's going to be on Nolan Tripto. As Fallon spun around to play the puck, and Tripto knocked him down from behind.
And it's another major.
It's going to be another 2 and 10, yeah.
Who's going to serve it?
At least I think it is. Yep, it's going to be another 2 and 10. Another Leafs player coming to the penalty box right here. And it's an important rule. You don't want these kids getting hurt.
Yeah.
So Tripto.
Lucas DeFranca.
Yep, Lucas DeFranca sits. He'll sit there for 2 minutes or less if the Cyclones are able to score. Here's a shot. Left toe save by Novelli off the stick of Cameron Schneeweiss. Kept in at the point. 4:20 left to go in the second. Fallon in the corner. Cleared back to the point, but not out. Good work by Bradley at that far point. The deflection by Eaton Greaves. There's Eaton and Caleb. Back to the point again. Here's a shot that deflects down. Fallon tries to kick it to his stick. He can't. Another shot from the point. That one deflected off the stick of Eaton Greaves. Greaves with a couple of whacks at it, and that one finally dug home. That's Jahari Fallon. So Fallon and Eaton Greaves doing good work on that power play, Eric, and it ends up being number 37, Jahari Fallon, with his second goal of the game, and the Cyclones are up 4.
Yeah, and in that situation there, so that was another quick power play goal off the penalty for the Cyclones. And then you have your man sitting there for another 10 minutes or, for the full 10 minutes. So kind of self-inflicted wounds there for the Leafs. And, yeah, they're in a big hole.
And Owen Bradley kind of got that started for the Cyclones with that work over at the far point, keeping the puck in, working it to Eaton Greaves. Greaves had 2 or 3 good opportunities at it, and it's ends up being Jahari Fallon who shovels it 5-hole to give his team a 5-1 lead. 3:46 left.
And John Dugo isn't getting challenged too much in this game. Obviously, the better the play has been with the Cyclones, but he has had to make some timely opportunities to keep the Cyclones to continue to build on their lead. So I don't want that to go overlooked.
Yeah, the Leafs haven't had they haven't had many opportunities, but they've had a lot of the opportunities they've had have been good.
Yeah,
they've had some in close, in tight opportunities, and Dugo's done a nice job. Leafs down 4. They have the puck. Give it away there, though, to Gregory Cresta. Cresta shovels it forward, looking for Caleb Greaves, but too far ahead of Caleb, and that'll be an icing.
Don't forget, folks, we have a 12U game coming up. That'll be at 11:25.
Probably 11:25. It says 11:20.
11:25, 2:20, 2:21.
Yeah, whatever it takes.
Timberwolves versus the Cyclones in a 12U matchup.
And then I think we go again, next week, right? We're up in Gurnee next Saturday, I think.
Vipers territory.
Yeah, that's right. We've done a lot of Vipers games lately.
We have.
We appreciate their eagerness. They've been all over those requests.
Yeah.
This puck out to Jack Mulcahy. Mulcahy near dot. He'll stop. He'll get pushed off the puck, and the Leafs will possess. Yeah, I mean, we're getting to the end of the regular season here. We got a couple of weeks left before tournament season, but if you want us to come out here before those tournaments start, let Eric or myself, Aaron, know, and happy to try to work you into the schedule.
I got a late night text Friday night for someone wanting to add a game to our Sunday schedule. They weren't able to make it happen. I don't think they were able to connect with the opposing team
in time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, we love it though. It makes our job easy. We don't have to look for games. You guys come to us. We say, "Hey, Ruben, this team wants us to call their game," and then he does all the work. Overskating the puck is Janasek.
Or he tells us they've been on the TV for like 5 straight games.
Right. We can't do them again.
Well, that's okay. The eagerness is appreciated.
Yes. Play in the neutral zone here. 2 minutes left. Bradley overskates it. Taken here by Casimir Quinn. Quinn gains the blue line and dumps it into the corner. Garafola tries to center it back to Quinn. Pass had a little too much on it. Schneeweiss at the near point throws it towards the net. That deflects behind the goal. Prokopovich pushes it out the near wall, and that is cleared out. Bradley will chase. He's got Patel hounding him. He eludes him with the backhand spin up to Quinn. Quinn tries the one-touch pass. Almost a giant collision at center ice. Jaden Rizzo sidesteps the hit there from Janasek. And the Leafs now have it in the offensive zone. That's punched up in the air over into the far corner. Angarola. Here's a shot from the point into the skates of Angarola. Puck pinballs around, comes out the near wall. Kept in at the point by Kluch. Kluch stops at the near dot, shoots it wide. Angarola back to the point. Lukoski down deep for Jacob Johnson. Johnson centers it, looking for that backdoor feed, but good defense there by the Cyclones. Quinn now for the Cyclones comes out the near side. Gets pushed there by Angarola, centers it, nobody on the back end. Shot in, deflects into a body that I think caught Lukoski. And Novelli finally able to cover up. So that was some fun action there that last minute or so. The Leafs, a great opportunity down to our right. 2 blue jerseys out in front of John Dugo, but Dugo got his stick in the way to deflect the pass, and then the Cyclones take it the other way.
Yeah, it almost kind of felt like the end of that first period where the Leafs were able to get that late period goal to kind of gain some momentum. Looks like they were trying to do that there. But then on the other end, Feinberg 2-3 separate attempts to get that puck on net. Finally was able to. And then Novelli covered up.
Cyclones try to skate off the half boards. Leafs dig at the puck, and we're down to the final 10 seconds of the period. It's cleared out to center ice, and that should do it here for period number 2. A very positive period if you're a fan of the Cyclones. They turned a 2-1 lead into a 5-1 lead with 3 unanswered goals in that second period. NIHL players and goalies, NIHL's best flow is back. This is a fun celebration of the best hockey hair in the league. There's always great enthusiasm for this annual event amongst players and fans. One player represents their team in the contest. This year there will be a Squirt, Pee Wee, Bantam, and College Junior Prep winner. They will win prizes for their team and for themselves. Prizes this season are sponsored by Jerry's Hockey, the Northern Illinois Hockey League, Chicoche University, and Culver's.
Culver's.
Good luck in NIHL's Best Flow 2025. Find the Best Flow calendar for voting on the NIHL Facebook and Instagram pages. Pee Wee Playdown start this week. Have you seen some of the winners?
Not yet, no.
Glorious.
Yeah.
Some of the players that have advanced so far, magnificent.
I'm going to have to compete next year. I know there's not an announcer's wing for this.
There should be.
Yeah.
There should be.
You know, I can get my mullet back.
The 2024-25 season is in the home stretch. All the teams in the leagues are battling to qualify for the end of the season NIHL Blackhawks tournament. Keep your eye on the NIHL.info website and the NIHL Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram pages for news about upcoming broadcasts of NIHL games. As Eric mentioned, later this morning, Cyclones Pee Wee A2 hosting the Timberwolves Pee Wee A in a Silver Tier 1 game at 11:25. And then Saturday, February 8th, this is what we talked about. A couple of Squirt games. The Vipers Squirt A2 takes on Northbrook Squirt A1 in a silver matchup at 10:10, followed by the Vipers Squirt A4 hosting the Falcons at 11:20 in a Bronze Tier 2 game. Tune in right here on the Stream Sports Midwest YouTube channel. Eric and I will have the call there. We're going to have another penalty called here on the Leafs. Feinberg goes right to the goal. Novelli makes the save, and the Leafs are going to be shorthanded yet again.
Yeah, I think it was Davis right off the draw.
Be a cross-check this time.
He's saying
he's pleading his case, man.
The referee, Andy Van Helm, is not having any of it.
And he's still pleading his case.
Yes.
Davis telling everybody who will listen.
You better calm down there, son.
He is telling anyone who will listen what happened on that play, but he'll be in the penalty box for the cross-check. Shot in from the far dot is kicked aside by Novelli. Okay. I was waiting for the whistle, and that came a little late, but that just came into the neutral zone. Feinberg skated it back in, so that will be an offsides.
Yeah, that was an odd-looking draw, and Davis probably does have a case for what had happened there, because it almost felt like Davis was pulled down on that penalty.
The officials call what they see.
Yeah.
You just got to live with it, right?
Yep,
That's the name of the game. Out to center ice. Likoski waiting for his line mates to clear before he dumps it back in. Nice job by Hunter to skate east and west until he had time. Likoski in his skates, and that lets Goddard come out with it. Goddard will skate it wide. Goddard with the shot. Hard wrist shot, whistles wide. And the Cyclones will have to skate it back into the neutral zone and restart. Schneeweiss up ahead to Isaac Allen. Allen pushed up against the boards. Nice feed there. Here's a shot in and out of the glove of Novelli from Gregory Cresta. Nice feed from Isaac to Cresta. Cresta on the tip attempt, and Novelli makes another save. So Gregory Cresta, 2 really good opportunities in about a 3-second span there, but Novelli denied them both times.
Well, earlier in the game, we were talking about that first pass being so important. So the pass from Bradley along the near boards here, getting it all the way to the far boards, and then the quick pass up ice along the far boards to generate that offensive rush for the Cyclones. There's crisp passing.
That is something I've noticed from the Cyclones. Those passes are they have intent on them. They're not just looking up and throwing it to space. They have an idea. They have a plan of what they want to do. Like right there, that was a pretty feed from Fallon to Greaves. Greaves takes the shot. Novelli makes the save. But you could just see right there, Jahari Fallon knew what he had, knew what he wanted to do.
Yeah.
And just a little tap on the backhand sent Caleb Greaves in all by himself. It's been an impressive team. You can see why they're undefeated. They play a very crisp version of hockey. There's Cresta to take the draw.
And again, you mentioned having a little bit edge because this is the team that blemished their perfect season.
And a shot from the dot. Fallon backhands it wide, but it's gloved by Novelli. Right. I mean, 9-0. There's nothing. I mean, 9-0-1 is pretty darn good, but you know, there's something sweet about 10-0-0, right?
Yeah,
I'm sure they want to remind everybody that, hey, you know, the Leafs tied us last time, but we are still the best of the best in this silver division. Back to the point. Bradley has it, winds up the wrist shot, and easy save made there by Tyler Novelli. Could see it all the way.
Bradley's got a nice heavy wrister, though.
Another offensive zone draw win for the Cyclones. This one's blockered down. The official lost it. Immediately taps on his chest as that was blockered down by Novelli. Official thought he covered up, but we saw the puck bounce out there. So quick whistle by the official. Fortunate whistle for the Leafs. Another draw win. Bradley with another shot.
Trying every variety here.
Right, he's trying a slap shot, a wrist shot, and Novelli stoned him at every opportunity. Here's Patel now. Patel gains the blue line. Patel tries to stick handle through traffic. Backhand shot there. Doesn't make it through, and if you're the Leafs, I'm trying to get the number there. That's Mason Seifred. If I'm Seifred, I'm taking that shot on the forehand rather than trying to spin around on the backhand. He had some space. Now Bradley for the Cyclones. Power plays up, 5 to his side. Bradley across the blue line. He'll try again, and Novelli makes the save. Bradley's piling up the shots on goal here in this third period. He's got, I think, 4 or 5 already.
He is. Yeah, it's funny when he had those first 2 shots. So he had that like the heavier wrister, and Novelli saw that one all the way. But then he tried the floater because a player was coming in on him. So he threw the floater down there, like the wrister, and that was a little tougher to handle because it's knuckling on Novelli. So again, sometimes it's not how hard it is; it's how it's coming and how the goalie can see it and play it.
Cron able to throw it deep. Quinn behind the net. Quinn tries to tuck. Holding that far post is Novelli. He'll get another opportunity at it, though. Novelli makes the save. The puck comes out the near side, skitters out the near side.
Good word.
Good word. Leafs. Nolan Roser tried to stick handle through traffic and couldn't. And now Feinberg feels like he's had the puck on his stick this entire third period. Gets it to Quinn. Quinn forward to Eaton Greaves. Greaves tries the self-pass, but it's into a body. Greaves will get another opportunity at it here. He'll clear it in. Prokopovich behind his own net. Turn come out with the forehand. Good stick work there by Angarola. Angarola's got Roser with him. Angarola takes it wide, backhand feed. Nice diving play there by Owen Goddard to break up that play. Stick handling at the point, shot wide of the near post by Jaden Rizzo. And that does come out to center ice where it's played here by Kluch.
And Goddard knew exactly where that pass was going. Even though the winger didn't lift his head up, he was being coy about it, and then he centered it, but Goddard was able to get in and break that up.
Puck tips off the stick of Kluch. That gives the Cyclones a chance here. Greaves backhands it into space. Nobody at that far point, though, and the Leafs will play it there. Angarola right at the red line. Tries to backhand it forward, but it gets stuck in a pile of snow. And now the Leafs into the offensive zone. Rizzo, drop pass. Little give and go, but too much on the pass. Rizzo will have to play it deep. He's fought off there by Cresta. And now Bradley. Roser back to the point, kept in by the Leafs. There's a shot that's deflected down, and Cresta will skate out with it, looking for Allen, the aerial pass. Too much on it. Stefan Kluch, the goal scorer for the Leafs. Backhands it up, but not out. Kept in at the far wall by Cresta. Kluch again, stick handling. Now it's out to center ice with just under 8 now left in the period. Whacked at by the Cyclones to keep the Leafs from skating into the offensive zone. Isaac Allen across the blue line with it. Allen takes it wide. He'll fire the shot. He was looking for that top corner and almost picked it. I think it got the glove of Novelli. Caleb Greaves.
He saw that Connor Bedard goal. And
oh, yeah.
that was filthy.
You saw Bedard's explanation for it, right? He said, I saw a puck-sized hole. All right.
Yeah, you know, I can relate.
Yeah, sure. That was something else. It's going to be an icing for, oh, no. Is it going to be an icing? Yes, it is. Okay. Took a second for the whistle to blow.
All right. That was not 10 minutes.
Is he out of the penalty box?
Yeah. It was like about 6.5 minute mark would have been it. I mean.
That's all right.
Okay.
It's estimates.
Yeah, maybe so. Maybe so.
10-ish.
Yeah.
It's much like the start time of some of our NIHL games.
Yeah. Well, it could be my math wasn't mathing on there, but I'm pretty sure it was down to like 6.5. But anyway.
Ish.
Yes.
Just anytime you could just put the word ish after it and it's fine. You give yourself that out.
Yeah.
Leafs try to skate it out. They can't. Kept in at the point by Janasek. Janasek finds Fallon, who's already got a pair. Waters for the Leafs clears it up and out. Feinberg has to wait, and he doesn't wait, and he clears it in for an offsides.
And now the whistles are starting to pile up here. Part of that due to some of that snow piling up along those far boards, too. The puck's a little more difficult to maneuver through the zones.
And it gets exponentially worse the later into the game and the older the kids are, right? Because the more snow they're just kicking around, and you get it's really bad generally right along the bench areas. That's where it really piles up. Not as bad at the 10U level as it is at the 12U level. It's not as bad at the 12U level as it is at the 14U level.
Yeah, there's more falling down in 10U, so not as many grooves in the ice.
That's right. Here's an opportunity for Nolan Roser. Roser on the backhand goes forehand and making the save is Dugo with that left pad. Kept in at the point. Shot from the point, knocked down by Fallon. Pass up ahead for Mulcahy. He loses the puck to Jacob Johnson. Johnson gains the red line and dumps. 6 minutes left. Patel throws it towards the goal. Roser with a chance. That goes up off the shoulder of Dugo and over the net.
And Nolan Roser has been very noticeable.
Especially in this third period. Here comes Fallon out with it.
He was ready to whack.
Fallon tries to go through the defense with a little jump move there, but good work from Tripto to keep that from happening. And then Tripto throwing that body weight around a little. And then the Leafs on the counterattack. The offensive zone with it, Kluch. Kluch on the backhand. Tries to center it almost off the skates of Schneeweiss into the net. And nope, are we going to have a penalty called? I think we are going to have a penalty called here on the Cyclones for the first time.
Yeah, and a Leafs player taken down on that pass over by the slot.
It's going to be Janasek going to the box for interference. I like having the penalty boxes in front of us.
Yeah.
We can see what the officials are doing.
Yes, we want everything to be broadcast friendly.
Yes.
We're about that.
If we could have the officials mic'd up next time, that would be terrific. So power play here for the Leafs. Gonna get this game a little closer. It's 5-1. Kept in at the point. Rizzo takes the shot, an easy save made by Dugo, and it's 5-1. The final of this game is probably not in question at this point, but if you're the Leafs, you want to play to the very end because goal differential is a thing, and right now the Leafs have 39 goals for, 26 against. The Elmhurst Chiefs, who are 1 point ahead of them, have 36 goals for and 26 against. So that goal differential is huge. So if you're the Leafs, you want to try to get one, maybe two here to close that goal differential a little bit over the course of the season for those playoff seeds.
And you got an opportunity here on the power play to at least do just that.
Top of the far dot, pushed towards the goal, deflected in towards the net by Angarola, but holding that post is Dugo. Centering feed. Kept in by the Leafs. Pushed up in the air and scaled the length of the ice by Feinberg, and more importantly on goal, so no icing. Patel going east to west, over by the far dot. Now he'll back it in and go for a change, but that lets the Cyclones possess. Owen Bradley will just clear it out to center ice. Kluch right back in on the counterattack. Here's a shot, chips up in the air off the stick of Dugo, and that one bounces dangerously by the far post. The Leafs keep it in, though.
It skipped up and hit off his mask, then he had problems locating it right away.
There's a backhand feed by Rozier, finding Johnson. There's Rozier again. You talked about his play here in the third period. Has the puck on his string. Slap shot by Prokopovich is deflected up in the air. Jacob Johnson going forward in the corner. That's backhanded up, kept in for the moment by the Leafs as the seconds tick away on the power play. That's it. Janusek out of the box. It's kicked out of the zone by Cresta. Pass is stolen there by Bradley. Bradley goes east to west, and you saw Xavier Janusek, again, hands up in the air.
That's the second time.
Yeah, as his defenseman cut east to west rather than going right across the blue line. Got to keep your head up along the blue line there.
Yes, you do.
Well, 5-1, still 3 minutes left.
You know they'll be talking about it after the game, too, though.
Oh, hey, you know, you win 5-1. You know, you got to be pretty happy with the result. But if you're a coach, there's always something, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm more of the players talking about it.
Oh, yeah. Hey, man, I had 2 opportunities, and you skated me in offsides both times.
You guys are cramping my style, man.
Cron D to D. It's cleared out, and that is going to reach. It is going to reach. Icing's waved off, though. Prokopovich behind the net gets hemmed in by Janusek. Janusek loses the puck. Tripto pushes it around the near boards. Cron deflected off a skate now to center ice. Allen will have to play it. Allen back there with Feinberg, throws it forward, and icing will be waved off again as we're down to 2.5. Prokopovich behind his own net. Outlet pass a little bit behind Caden Lambert. Now Feinberg will go back and play it. Out to center ice. Janusek almost walks in all alone. Greaves has Janusek on his left. Greaves finds Janusek. The shot, the save made, the rebound. The whistle blows as Isaac Allen puts that second rebound attempt through the crease, but nice save by Tyler Novelli on Xavier Janusek, who, you know, Janusek wanted that one after being sent off sides a couple of times, but nice save by Tyler Novelli.
But again, some more nifty stick handling and passing from the Cyclones on that rush.
We're under 2 now. Eric and I will step aside for about an hour before the next game. 11:25 for a 12U matchup. Cyclones will improve to 10-0-1 with this victory here. Fallon, looking for the hat trick as he's shut down there by Novelli. The Leafs will drop to 6-4-4. They'll still be in third place, but Rockford at 7-5 will have an opportunity to leapfrog the Leafs if they can win their next game, as Fallon, his shot's blockered away by Novelli. So this is a big win. I should say a big loss for the Leafs, as they could drop to 4th in their division if Rockford wins their next one. Novelli covers up for a whistle there.
Yeah, it was 2-1 after one period of play, and the Leafs had a little bit of momentum at the start of that second period, but a couple key penalties that also turned into misconducts and quick power play goals from the Cyclones really has been the difference
The Cyclones had 2 power play goals, and you said it. I mean, they jumped out to a 2-0 lead. The Leafs scored a goal with about a minute left in that first period. You could see a little bit of momentum going over to the Leafs, but 3 second period goals for the Cyclones.
Yeah.
And then here in the third period, the Cyclones have played well enough to keep the Leafs off the board. They played good enough defense, and they're going to walk out of here with a victory here on this Sunday morning in 61 seconds. For in the neutral zone. Cyclones perfectly content with that as they'll dump it in. Leafs will have to play it. Novelli throws it around the near side. Pushing it forward is Angarola, and it's knocked away from him nicely. And again,
Feinberg.
Feinberg again. Feinberg and Bradley. Owen Bradley, Dylan Feinberg, 2 and 4 in white have both been very impressive defensively for the Cyclones on that back line this morning. Down to 25 seconds. Mulcahy. The Leafs take it. Self-pass there. One more chance for the Leafs. A 3-on-1. There's a shot over the goal. That was taken by Kluch. And a 3-on-1. We'd like to see a pass there to the other side. Had an open Jacob Johnson. Down to 4 seconds. And that will do it here for this one as Kluch not able to get a shot off. And that'll end this one with the Cyclones winning handily, 5-1. So, Eric, they extract a little bit of revenge after that 2-2 tie back in January, and they improved to 10-0-1 here in the regular season. The Leafs dropped to 6-4-4. So that'll do it for Game 1 here of our NIHL Game of the Week doubleheader from Fox Valley Ice Arena. Next game starts at 11:25. We'll be live, I don't know, about 11:10, 11:15, let people stream, get people filtering in, and then Eric will have the call for that one, the Cyclones Pee Wee A2 hosting the Timberwolves in a Silver Tier 1 game. That'll do it, Game 1. Cyclones 5, Leafs 1. We'll talk to you at 11:25. Take care.